Hi, boys and girls. Hi, listeners. Here's Janny in her garden. Janny, the storytelling garden granny. I write these stories myself, for you girls and boys, you listeners. So some of them are funny. This is a funny one. Some have real intense meanings, but I do the jacket covers so you can follow along. And I'd like to have you push the subscribe button and tell me if this book should be made, this story should be made into a book. This is called A Haunting Story. An old witch and her two roommates, a parrot and a ferret. A long time ago, in a spooky haunted house, lived a tricky old witch with never a mouse. She lived there in darkness. She lived there in gloom. She only had two friends. The house seemed like a tomb. One friend was a real parrot who talked through the night. The other friend was a ferret that scared mice with cold fright. The parrot was named Polly, flew over town after town. The ferret, named Folly, flew with Polly, but favored the ground. The tricky old witch, plus Polly and Folly, wanted to haunt all together. If we don't haunt it now, they said, never might mean never. They sailed on the old broom over each rooftop, looking for evidence that would make them want to stop. Polly the parrot had an eye like an eagle. She could spot an old house falling apart. Folly the ferret checked for mice to see when they could start. The tricky old witch has been haunting year after year. She taught Polly and Folly they had nothing to fear. Haunting houses is not very easy. It's almost like an art. You have to make the end more chilling than the start. You must gather lots of spiders, spiders of every kind. Spider webs in haunted houses are terrifying to find. Bats should be on duty, flying here and there. Their job in house hunting is to shake up and to scare. So the tricky old witch and Polly and Folly haunted houses with so much delight. Their intentions were very clear. They wanted to scare folks with bone-chilling fright. The tricky old witch flew always about to oversee. I like trouble to the 0 degree. Their haunting was so unhealthy because of the mold. The witch, Polly, and Folly always had a cold. One day they looked at each other. This will be the end of our hunting days. We should do something different, like go on to the next stage. The tricky old witch blinked her old wicked eye. I have thought of something else. The three of us should try. We have all sailed high on this trusty old broom, up on rooftops and through windows of each room. Let's put our old broom in the corner so it can rest. Put our thinking hats on. Now, what business for us would be the best? The three of them thought and thought and came up with a brand new plan. The three of us could make brooms, much better than any man. They put their plan into action. They felt good about it, too. Their broom business was booming. The three were thankful, and they felt brand new. They have a new motto, their claim to fame. Try not to bother folks. Try not to bug. Buy a broom from us and sweep your troubles under the rug. The end. Thank you, boys and girls. That's a funny one about the tricky old witch. More witch stories and more mouse stories and everything in the garden tomorrow or the next day. Bye-bye now.